All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, September 15th, 2020, and we just finished with week 1 of the NFL, and it was a pretty good week, I would say. There was some crazy upsets that made my pick'em go just 10-6. Not exactly like the greatest record. I mean, 10-6. I mean, it could be better, but without a preseason and kind of like, you know, there's a lot of new teams, a lot of new situations going on. Newton on the Patriots, Brady's on the Bucks. Just everything's a little screwed up. Rivers is on the Colts. The Jaguars don't have anybody left from their initial team, so everything was a little weird this season, right? And 10-6 isn't too bad. You know, I didn't see we got kind of ambushed by Washington winning a game against the Eagles. The Colts got upset by the Jaguars. We didn't get that one. We also kind of got doofed by the Cardinals beating the 49ers, and then we just picked wrong on the Packers and Vikings, Lions and Bears, and Rams and Cowboys. I wouldn't call those upsets that I got wrong. It's just, you know, I just picked those wrong. So that's not bad, 10-6. So hopefully we improve this week. Hopefully this is a better pick'em. Hopefully like 12-4, maybe 10-6 again. I just hope we do a little bit better than last week. And you know, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I hope, and thank you all for everybody who watched and subscribed and liked the video. Did very well. Let's see if we can get 60 likes on this one. I know last one got well over 100. I thank you very much. It was very good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one just as much as week 1. Let's get started. I kind of avoided upsets last week, and this week I did not avoid a lot of upsets in terms of what the lines were favored. For Thursday Night Football, of course, we have the Cleveland Browns hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. All the lines are from FanDuel.com. You can get them right there yourself. The Browns are 5.5-point favorites with an over-under of 43.5. Based on what I've seen in week 1, the Bengals are a lot better than the Browns. Bengals took that game. They could have won the damn game if Bullock didn't, you know, pull his hammy on that kick and, you know, miss at like a chip shot. The Bengals should have won that game. They got screwed over by their kicking team. Joe Burrow looked very, very good in his debut for the Bengals. They played very well against a good Chargers defense. That's all I have to really say. Their defense might be a little bit better than what people thought in Cincinnati. Watch out for the Bengals this year. They could be a thorn in a lot of people's side, just kind of like the Cardinals of last year. And then with the Browns, man, they looked lost. Baker looked worse than he did last year. The new coaching regime didn't help at all. So I have the Bengals winning this one 20-14 until I see something better out of the Browns. They might be a very bad team this year. Bengals got some promise, I think. So give me the Bengals over the Browns, and let's go on to Sunday 1 o'clock games. First up, we have the Vikings and the Colts. Both of these teams kind of disappointed me last week. The Colts are hosting the Vikings. No, there's no fans, so it doesn't really matter. The Colts are 3-point favorites with an over-under of 47.5. I like the Vikings to win this game simply because the Colts they might be a team like a lot of other teams that need like a week or two to get their stuff together, because they looked at times very lost against the Jaguars. Philip Rivers didn't look super comfortable with the Colts at times. It may be like just learning Frank Reich's offense might be kind of slow for Rivers after being with one team for so long. So there's a combination of reasons why I just don't like the Colts in this game. Plus their defense didn't look that great against Minshew, who absolutely ripped them apart going 19-20. And Cousins is kind of similar to Minshew in a super accurate quarterback, a guy who can rip apart a defense if you give him the time. And it would appear that the Colts gave Minshew enough time to kind of get comfortable and throw the ball around. So that's why I'm taking the Vikings. I know they got blown out and they scored some points in garbage time, but they can score and they're pretty explosive. And like it seems like they're good against every team, but like I forgot to include the Packers on Kirk Cousins' issues. He can play any team at 1 o'clock on a Sunday with no problem as long as it's not the Packers. I forgot about that. I forgot the caveat. Primetime, playoff, and Packers. No Kirk Cousins wins. Let's go on to the next one. So give me the Vikings over the Colts. Again, two teams that nobody really knows how to pick. The Dallas Cowboys are hosting the Atlanta Falcons. The Cowboys are 5-point favorites. There is an over-under of 52. Regarding the Cowboys, they looked very bland and boring in week 1. Their defense didn't look, you know, like what everyone thought it was going to be at times. It kind of got pushed around by the Rams' ancient offensive line. I don't know, man. The Falcons, they looked all right against the Seahawks, then they didn't, then they did. They're the same old Falcons, super inconsistent, really hard to pick on them. I don't personally ever like picking the Falcons and pick them because every time I pick them, they lose. I didn't pick them last time. The Seahawks bailed me out. I didn't have to pick that crappy team. So I have to pick between one of these teams, and since the Cowboys are at home, it's in Jerry World, and it's their home opener. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Neither of these teams impressed me, and neither of them are. We might have all missed on the Cowboys being good again. It might be the same old Cowboys. And the Falcons, who knows? Till they win, screw them. This is a fun one. The San Francisco 49ers get to go play the New York Jets in what won't even be a close game. Look at all these 0-1 teams, by the way. All these teams lost so far. Look at their records. Vikings, Colts, Falcons, Cowboys, 49ers, Jets, Bengals, Browns. All these teams have lost, by the way. They're all 0-1. The 49ers, it doesn't even matter what the line is. 7-point favorites. The Niners are 42.5. Like, Niners over the Jets. It's not even going to be. That game's not going to be fun. If Josh Allen can have his best career game against the Jets right now, I don't even want to know what the 49ers are going to do. Well, sorry to you Eagles fans. I hate to tell you guys this, but right now you're kind of like, to me, like the laughing stock of football to lose to the football team. I know they have a pretty good defense that's kind of underrated, does Washington, and I'm going to say nice things about them. But until this sorry-ass Eagles team can win a football game, I'm going to pick the Rams over them. Also, I think the Rams might have an offensive line again, and if that's the case, once the season gets going, we'll see more and more of that. The Rams' offensive line might be back, and if that's the case, Jared Goff could be a really good quarterback this year. We all know what he can do when they give him like 5 to 6 seconds to throw the ball, so I mean, who knows what the Rams could be this year. They looked all right on defense, too. I don't know if it was the Cowboys' offense was, you know, just kind of the same old blah, or if the Rams' defense looked really good. But so I like the Rams in this one, and the Eagles just look goddamn embarrassing against the football team. So give me the Rams over the Eagles. I don't like making this pick, but the Lions can't hold any kind of a fourth quarter lead if their life's depended on it. They were up 23-6 to the Bears, and they blew it. So you know what? The way I'm very consistent. I try to remain unbiased when regarding certain teams. Lions do not deserve to be considered and in any kind of favoritism in this game. I didn't even put the line. I didn't even put who the line was. Who do you think the favorite to win this game is? Packers are 5.5-point favorites with an over/under of 48. I have the Packers winning, man, 31-21. I'm not even going to say anything negative about the Packers. They're a better team than the Lions, and it hurts me on the inside to say that. I don't like the Packers, and I like the Lions, man. But blowing a 23-6 lead. Are you kidding me? 31-21. Give me this fucking Packers over the Lions. Sad-ass football team. Come on now. 23-6. All right, let's move on to the next slate of games. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers in Tampa. Yes, I'm saying Tampa on purpose. I should have put Tampa Bay. The Bucs are 9.5-point favorites. The biggest line of the weekend, by the way. 48.5 over/under. And I'm going with an all-out win for the Bucs against the Panthers. I do think the Buccaneers, I called it in game one that they were going to, I almost had the exact score. I said 34-24 or something like that. And it was like 31, or it was like, I almost predicted the exact score of that game because I know I kind of have a feeling on how this Bucs team is going to go. They're going to look good against this Carolina Panthers team with absolutely no defense. The Raiders kind of had their way with the Panthers at times in that game. They were good on offense, the Panthers, but their defense, again, struggled mightily, like I said they would. No real identity on the defensive side of the ball after Luke Kuechly, blah, blah, blah. So I don't really like the Panthers right now. I think their offense looked all right, but their defense was just a joke. And I think as bad as Tom did look against the Saints are the best team that Tampa is going to play in terms of like their division, playing them very early on. And then now they're playing more of a cupcake in their schedule. I think this is going to be a good game for them to kind of get their bearings together, to get their stuff together, to kind of feel things out, get some chemistry set up. Timing will be a little bit better. You know, we've seen Brady throw that miscommunication interception. You know, things will get better for them slowly. And I think this is going to be one of those games where we see it come together. I only have it by a touchdown simply because Bucs are going to start slow this year. I said about week 4, week 5, we'll see them kind of take off and be hard to play with. It'll be almost impossible, I think, after about week 5 to beat them. But right now, I like the Bucs over the Panthers, 31-24. Yeah, the Dolphins stunk ass against the Patriots, dude. Like, They were given that touchdown. It really should have been 3-21 as the final against the Patriots. The Dolphins host the Bills. Bills are 5.5-point favorites with an over-under of 41. That Miami Dolphins offense was terrible. Tua is going to be starting by week 3, maybe week 4, if he plays like that again. He threw 3 interceptions, did Fitzpatrick, to the Patriots. It's either the Patriots defense is as good as it was or better than it was last year, or that's just, my God, Miami's terrible on offense this year. And I'm kind of leaning more toward the latter more than the first, because that was the best Patriots defense we've ever seen in 20 years. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I really just, Miami looked bad, man. It should have been even more of a blowout. They should have lost 28-11, but fucking Harry fumbled it at the 1. So Dolphins kind of got lucky that score wasn't worse than what it was. And they got ran all over. Like, the Bills can run the ball well. If the Patriots can run for 217 on you, a team like Buffalo is going to run all over you. The Buffalo has a very, very good defense. It's equivocal to the Patriots. This isn't really a game. I got the Bills just beating the dog shit out of the fucking Dolphins, dude. Sorry to Dolphins fans. I do think your answer is Tua. I do think your offense might actually look a lot better with Tua. But until you get rid of that old-ass bearded guy, you guys aren't going to beat the Bills. I hate to tell you that. Like, and Allen just had his best career game, and I feel like he's personally trying to prove me wrong about being a shitty quarterback. So, give me the Bills 24-10. Bills are just a way better football team. It's not even close. Even Allen's just a bit better than and that's hard, man. That's for me to be like, yeah, Josh Allen is a much better quarterback than he might be the second best in the division after that game against the Jets. I will be honest with Darnold. I'll be fair. Josh Allen impressed me the other day. It was the Jets, but you know what? I watched the highlights. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong about Josh Allen. I want to see it against the real defense, but maybe. People who know me, by the way, are going to hear that and go, what the fuck did Rob just say? Yeah, it's going to stun people that I was just like that. But let's hurry up and get through these games. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Denver Broncos. Steelers are 6.5-point favorites with an over-under of 41. This will probably be a pretty fun little game. The Broncos should have lost by a lot more. Gostowski missed like 3 field goal attempts that he should have hit, that he always hits. That game should have been by a lot bigger of a score than it was. The Broncos got lucky on those ends. Their offense looked anemic at times, did the Broncos. Bad throws, wild throws. So it feels like the Broncos might need a little more time to get things together. The clock management issue at the end of that game by Fangio was unforgivable. So right now, the Broncos seem like they need a couple weeks. They seem like they're still kind of getting things together. Losing Sutton kind of last minute kind of threw that all out of whack. Just, you know, we'll give the Broncos a couple weeks and they'll probably be more, and their defensive identity needs to be more reestablished after losing Vaughn. I think that I don't know if playing the Steelers, whose defense is as good as advertised, and Big Ben, who had flashes of looking like the old Big Ben, just flashes. It's just this Broncos just didn't look like they're ready to play yet, and the Steelers looked like they were ready to go, and now they have the quarterback to lead them. So I like the Steelers over the Broncos 24-14. Broncos have a lot to prove. I'm not falling for the Jaguars' lucky win. Give me the Titans over the Jaguars. Titans are 9-point favorites with an over-under of 42.5. I have this as a close game because the Titans play close games for whatever reason. But Jacksonville, that was a lucky win. That was an incredibly lucky win. Hold on a second. I forgot to do wins. The Lions were 0-1. Packers 1-0. The Rams were 1-0. Eagles 0-1. Panthers 0-1. Bucks 0-1. Dolphins, Bills 1-0. Dolphins 0-1. Broncos 0-1. Steelers 1-0. Titans 1-0. And the Jags are both 1-0. So I'll remember to get the records from now on. The Jaguars got a weird win that I don't know what happened, and I just think it was a surprise win that everyone kind of thought they might be a rollover on their schedule. So to me, I'm not really falling for the Jaguars. If they could pull off an upset against the Titans, that would be crazy. Titans shouldn't have been even close in that game. Gostowski should be cut at any point, and they should probably have a new kicker going forward. So give me the Titans over the Jaguars. This one was kind of a hard game to pick, and I could see where somebody might go the other way. The Bears are 6-point favorites with an over-under of 42. They take on the New York Giants. The Giants are 0-1. The Bears are 1-0. The Bears kind of had a lucky game against the Lions in which the Lions blew another fourth quarter. But up until that point, Mitch looked terrible. So it's kind of like on the fence of where the Bears are. Are they going to be like the fourth quarter Bears, or are they going to be like the first 3 quarters that needed to warm up to the fourth quarter? We don't know. So, you know, the Bears, I'm just going to put 27 down. They looked like a decent team at the end of the game there. Maybe it just took a little while to click on. The Giants look like I thought they might look, kind of struggle randomly on offense, look good, then look bad. Typical team on the rise. They didn't look terrible against the Steelers. They'll probably play the Bears pretty competitively, but just something doesn't feel right with the Giants, and I feel like it's their defense. And if they have a problem, the Bears seem to be able to adjust and exploit a problem on defense, and we've seen them do that against the Lions. The Bears seem to be able to adjust and exploit anything they see in the weakness of another team's defense, and I think that'll be a big prevalent in that game. So watch the Bears to maybe not lead until like later in the game in that one. Take the lead and then hold it. That's how I predict that one go. Give me the Bears over the Giants in a very good close game. We have 3 p.m. games. Again, not falling for the football team. I think they got lucky playing a Philadelphia team that's in complete disarray with injuries. Though their defense was stunningly good, I do think they, like I said in a lot of stuff, I think they have a top tier. They have a very, very good defense with great coordinator and a great head coach, both defensive minded. So that defense is going to pop at times. So, you know, we've seen that, and I don't think it'll catch a team off guard again. I like the way the Cardinals looked against the 49ers. They played them very, very well. Their offense looked very, very sharp, hard to defend. Hopkins and Kyler Murray, what a connection. Both these teams are 1-0, shockingly, by the way. The Cardinals are 6.5-point favorites with a 46.5 over-under. I am taking the Cardinals in this one. They're a better football team than the football team. 21-17, and like, yeah, the football team got a win, but, you know, it was an injured-ass team, and at least the Cardinals beat a defense that is unreal. So I like the Cardinals in that one. This one won't be close. I mean, there's not much to say here. The Texans host the Ravens. Ravens are 7-point favorites with an over-under of 52.5, and the Ravens are 1-0. Texans got smoked by the Chiefs. And I think this is an unfortunate set of first 2 games for a team to have to play, especially a team that has a new offense, new identity, just about new everything in the Houston Texans. So, you know, what are we supposed to do here? Give me the Ravens 35-17. They're going to destroy that team. If the Bengals can do what the Bengals just did, the Chargers host the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 8.5-point favorites with an over-under of 46.5. I got the Chiefs winning 31-21. I don't think there's a lot to say here. Both teams are 1-0. Chargers struggled to beat the Bengals. Chiefs destroyed the Houston Texans. I know these two teams play each other well, but like the Chargers, if it came down to a missed field goal for you to beat the Bengals, who have a basically brand new team, I think the well put together super team that the Chiefs have are going to come in and roll town. So give me the Chiefs over the Chargers. Here's my most controversial pick that everybody's going to disagree with me on and tell me I'm stupid for making. Sunday Night Football, which we'll be reacting to. The Seahawks will take on the Patriots, and the Seahawks are 4-point favorites. Shocker, they're never favorites. Over under of 45.5. I have the Patriots winning 24-21, and I'll give my brief why. I didn't like the way that the Seattle defense at all looked against the Falcons. I thought the Falcons had their way at times with that Seattle defense. If it wasn't for the fact that Atlanta doesn't have a defense, and Seattle was able to just do whatever they wanted to on offense, they could have lost that game because of that defense. And the Patriots have a defense, one of the best in the NFL, in my opinion, if not the best again in the NFL this year. And I think that'll be on full display. We'll see how Russell Wilson responds from going to the Falcons defense to playing the Patriots. I don't think that's easy. The Patriots play the Seahawks pretty well. It's always a good game. I don't think the Seahawks, nor most of the NFL, is quite ready for the already complex New England offense to add in a new layer of complexity in one of the most hard to figure out players in Cam Newton. Double complexity, You've seen it against the Dolphins where Cam Newton, if the box was stacked, he threw it. If the box wasn't stacked, Cam Newton would just do a QB keeper and power up the middle and pick up 8 or 9. If they faked a run, the whole defense would bite on the run because it's just your nature against the Patriots. You see a handoff, you go. It's going to be difficult to play this team without a lot of tape yet. And I think the teams that are playing the Cam Newton-led Patriots early are all in a disadvantage because there isn't a lot to look at. You know, you only have the Dolphins now. Well, what are we going to see? Maybe you'll see something completely different now. You might need about 4 or 5 games on this whole new team to see what the Patriots have. Because all of a sudden we can play bully ball. Can you play bully ball with them? Or they seem like they might be able to throw. We'll see. I like this as an upset. This is my upset pick. I technically don't even have to explain this. I just didn't really like what I seen out of the Seahawks defense. I like what I seen out of the Patriots. So give me the Patriots 24-21. I already know this one's going to be controversial. Monday Night Football, this one's less controversial. Though Las Vegas looked good against the Panthers. Panthers don't really have a defense. Saints looked like they were in midseason form. The Saints do play the Raiders in Las Vegas, so that'll be fun. I don't know if it's in Vegas. Yeah, I don't know if the stadium's open. Someone can let me know. Saints are 5.5 point favorites with an over/under of 51.5. Yeah, I just think the Saints are going to win this game pretty handily. They're a better team. Raiders just got lucky week 1 and played the Panthers. I don't know how good the Raiders are. They're my dark horse team, but I like the Saints to win this 35-24. Both teams are 1-0. Oh, in the last game, both those teams were 1-0 as well. A lot of 1-0 teams later in the day. So, I guess I just like the Saints over the Raiders. So, what do you guys think? Week 1, we went 10-6. Week 2, we'll see. Hopefully, we do better. 10-6 isn't bad for a pick'em record. It's not like the greatest in the whole wide world, but 10-6 isn't really that bad at all. So thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you leave your picks down below. I get back to those as soon as I can. We'll see who does better week to week. It's always kind of a fun thing to do to see, you know, pick 'em comparisons and all that. So let me know what you think down below. Any kind of thoughts, good, bad, ugly, this video sucks, whatever you want to do. But yeah, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. We do this every week. Leave your thoughts, leave a like too. That always helps. We'll try to get to 60 on this one. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening again to week 1. I hope week 2 does just as well, but you know, you never know. But thank you guys again so much for listening. You know, week 2 pick 'em underway. Hopefully we did good. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day, or whenever you listen to this. Go Patriots, go Lions, and football's back, baby. I'm so happy. So happy. Thank you so much. Peace out.